On January 9th, 2007, Steve Jobs walked on stage and unveiled the iPhone. Across the industry, one company watched and did not panic because it already owned the smartphone. Its name was BlackBerry. Its engineers looked at the iPhone and saw a toy. No real keyboard. You couldn't actually type on it. A battery that died in a day. Weak security. A slab of glass that would shatter in your pocket. And here is the strange part. They were right about all of it. The iPhone really was worse at everything BlackBerry was good at, and it did not matter. This is how BlackBerry lost the keyboard. To feel how strange that is, remember how total BlackBerry's grip was. By 2008, the company behind it, Research in Motion, out of Waterloo, Canada, was worth around $80 billion. It controlled roughly half of the entire smartphone market in the United States and about 1 in 5 worldwide. At its peak, it had close to 80 million subscribers. If you were a lawyer, a banker, a politician, even the President of the United States, your phone was a BlackBerry. And to understand why people loved it, remember what came before. Your email was chained to your desk. To check it, you went to a computer. BlackBerry cut the chain. For the first time, your inbox lived in your pocket, buzzing in real time. And for the people who ran the world, that was nothing short of a superpower. It was the first phone people were genuinely addicted to. They called it the CrackBerry, the blinking red light, the satisfying click of the keys. That little keyboard changed how the working world communicated. BlackBerry didn't just lead the market, it defined it. It even built the world's first great messaging app. BlackBerry Messenger, BBM, let you message anyone instantly, for free, years before WhatsApp existed. People bought BlackBerries just for it. But the company made a quiet, fateful choice. It locked BBM to its own phones. The app that could have ruled messaging was kept as bait for the hardware. But to understand the fall, follow the money and ask one simple question. Who was actually paying BlackBerry? Because it was never really you. BlackBerry served two masters. The first was the phone carriers. Its network was so efficient, it compressed data so tightly, that BlackBerry messages cost the networks almost nothing. The carriers loved it and pushed it hard. The second master was the corporate IT department. BlackBerry was locked down, controllable, secure. The people who bought them by the thousand weren't users, they were tech managers who valued control above all. BlackBerry built its empire pleasing carriers and IT, not customers. So when the iPhone arrived, BlackBerry judged it through the eyes of those two masters, and by that measure, every single criticism it made was correct. Right call number 1, the keyboard. Typing on glass really was slower, clumsier, worse. But the market had stopped asking for a better keyboard. It wanted a screen that could become anything, a map, a camera, a game, 1,000 apps. BlackBerry perfected the one thing that no longer mattered. Right call number 2, efficiency. BlackBerry sipped data and battery while the iPhone drained both. A real weakness in 2007. But then data got cheap, batteries got bigger, and efficient quietly stopped being a reason anyone bought a phone. Right call number 3, security and control. Locked down beat open and messy for the IT department. But the power was shifting. Employees began demanding the phone they used at home. The consumer was taking over, and the consumer did not care about BlackBerry's enterprise server. And then came the move that ended it. In 2008, Apple opened the App Store. Overnight, the phone stopped being a device and became a platform, a place a million other companies could build on. Then Android arrived and gave the same idea away for free. Suddenly the value wasn't in the hardware or the keyboard or the efficient network, it was in the apps. And in the app economy, BlackBerry had almost nothing, a tiny ignored store, while every developer on Earth flocked to Apple and Google. BlackBerry hadn't lost a feature war. It had lost the definition of what a phone was for. And the two masters BlackBerry had served so loyally, they turned on it. The carriers now wanted iPhones because their customers were demanding them. And the IT departments quietly surrendered. They let employees bring their own phones to work. The very moats that built the empire flipped and became the walls it was trapped behind. So what did BlackBerry do? It panicked, slowly. In 2008, it rushed out the storm, a touchscreen iPhone killer with a screen that physically clicked. It was buggy, hated, and returned in droves. In 2011, it shipped the Playbook, a tablet so unfinished it launched without email. It flopped. The real answer, a modern system called BB10, finally arrived in 2013, years too late into a market that had already moved on. Steering all of it were two co-CEOs who had built the empire together and now could not agree on how to save it. The company that invented the modern smartphone spent 6 years arguing about the keyboard. And as the stock slid, the people who could have fixed it walked out the door. The best engineers, the sharpest designers, they went to Apple, to Google, to start their own companies. A failing company leaks its future quietly, one resignation at a time. By the time BlackBerry had a real plan, it no longer had the people to build it. The numbers turned fast. The same companies that once mandated BlackBerry now let their staff bring iPhones to work. Market share didn't decline, it evaporated. The $80 billion company shed tens of billions in value. In 2013, it wrote down nearly $1 billion of unsold phones in a single quarter, announced thousands of layoffs, and nearly sold itself off entirely. By 2016, BlackBerry stopped making phones altogether. The keyboard that defined an era was gone. The company didn't quite die. It quietly became a software and security firm, selling the one thing it still had, its reputation for safety. The name survives. But as a phone, as the device half the working world once carried, BlackBerry now exists only as a ghost, a brand on someone else's screen. BlackBerry's mistake is the most uncomfortable kind, because it doesn't look like a mistake. The company wasn't lazy, it wasn't blind. It looked at the iPhone, judged it carefully, and it was right. Right that the keyboard was better, right that the battery lasted longer, right that it was more secure, and completely wrong about the only thing that mattered, what people now wanted a phone to be. It kept winning the war it was in, while someone else changed which war counted. Being right about the keyboard could not save a company that misread the world. That's the receipts. This was BlackBerry.